Pritthaphalam means surface area of the sphere. To find the surface area of the sphere, he is giving some construction, divide that area into several parts, each part called Vapraka. I have written the meaning here. Divide the surface of the sphere into Vaprakas by drawing lines as found in Amalaka fruit, and then he is using that to get the formula. Surface area is same as circumference of the base circle there. You can take the equator there and then multiply it with diameter. Next. This is about the Siddhanta Shiromani. Bhaskaracharya's Siddhanta Shiromani has enjoyed more authority in India than any other astronomical work. It was more popular, it was prescribed as textbooks in many of the Pathashalas. Except the Surya Siddhanta continued to be more popular, or at least as popular as Siddhanta Shiromani. Writes Arthur A. MacDonald in his History of Sanskrit Literature. He further writes in the same book, in various branches of scientific literature, in phonetics, grammar, mathematics, astronomy, medicine and law, the Indians also achieved notable results in some of these subjects. Their attainments are indeed far in advance of what was accomplished by the Greeks. This book is of course famous, History of Sanskrit Literature.
Sorry, sir.
Next. Within Parvala, I'm going to complete soon.
So, உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதுன்னா இந்த பக்கம் கூட நிக்கலாம்.
பரவாயில்லையா?
பரவாயில்ல.
Where is it getting recorded?
இது இந்த ரெக்கார்ட் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. இந்த மைக்
பரவாயில்ல, I don't mind because I am nearing the end now. I am going to conclude just by listing, and this is a big list of formulas first proved in Sanskrit books. Before they were, these are formulas that are taught to our students in schools and colleges, and these formulas are formulas of modern mathematics, but they are first available in Sanskrit books 1000 years ago. They were all rediscovered in Europe, and our students may learn them with the names of some European inventors, discoverers for them, but they are all available in old Sanskrit books, like the 3 books that have been studied here. There is a formula for the area of a cyclic quadrilateral. In fact, this formula has won the applause of several historians and mathematicians outside India. This is a formula of Brahmagupta, and from this follows the Heron formula for area of a triangle, which is now taught to the students. Area of a cyclic quadrilateral formula is not even taught to the high school students nowadays, but that is more general. We have a formula for the quadrilateral, just assuming that one of the sides of the quadrilateral is 0, we get as a corollary the formula for the area of the triangle if the 3 sides are known. There are many reasons why it has received applause, because first, the formula is known, that itself is great. Second, the way in which it is expressed without symbols but in a poem, in a verse. And thirdly, the brevity with which it is expressed, so that the entire formula in Sanskrit language takes shorter length than the formula that is written with symbols. Without symbols, the sentence is shorter. We have formula for the diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral, particularly Parameshwara's formula. We have formulas for the number that we come across in permutations and combinations. Nowadays we call them as formulas for n, choose r. These formulas are available, for example, in Mahavira's Ganita Sara Sangraham it is available. But still many of the history of mathematics books will say that it was discovered in Netherlands, it will say, in 16th century. But Mahavira's belong to 12th century. 850. Yes, Bhaskara belonged to 12th century, you are right. Mahavira belonged to 9th century, and Mahavira's book has a foreword when it was published in 1912. from one Professor Smith, who has written a book on history of mathematics. And it is an irony that in his history of mathematics book, the same professor will say that this formula was first discovered in Netherlands. But he has also written a foreword to Mahavira's book containing these formulas. There is a formula for binomial coefficients and Pascal's triangle. There is a recurrence formula which is available in a commentary for Pingala Nagashchandra Sutra in Halayuja's commentary. Very clearly stated formula. The formula for, which is nowadays known as trigonometric addition formula, that is a formula for sin A plus B, sin A minus B. For example, sin A plus B equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. This formula is very important and our students are taught this formula in 9th or 10th class. But this formula is available in older Sanskrit books. And the famous theorem attributed to Pythagoras is available in Sulba Sutras. You may have already heard about it in this workshop. There is an algorithm to solve what is nowadays known as Pell's equation, and that algorithm in Bhaskara's book is called the Chakravala method. And Bhaskara seems to say that it is not his own contribution. This he uses a past tense there. Chakravalam idam jaguhu. This was known as Chakravala. Therefore, that seems to be still older. There is a knight cure problem on the chessboard, which is a very fascinating problem on which there are plenty of papers being written even until today, but the main problem was solved in India some 1000 years ago. Next. There is a formula for the volume of a sphere. There is a formula technique for construction of magic squares. There is a formula for a rational approximation of sine function which is not available in other civilizations and not even in modern mathematics. This is not being taught to our students in colleges, but such a formula, a rational function approximation to the trigonometric sine function is available in first Bhaskaracharya's book. Formula for roots of a quadratic equation, very important, and about that I have already said something. There is a formula for sum to n terms of an arithmetic progression, which is an important part of our high school syllabus now. Then, still earlier thing, place value notation of writing numbers, precision of equinoxes, about which we saw in the study of astronomy. Then infinite series of unit fractions, these are available in Sulba Sutras. The Gregory series, which says pi by 4 equal to 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5, etc. That is available in Madhavacharya's school in Kerala School of Mathematics. Mean value theorem of differential calculus is available in Parameshwara's work. Arithmetic of fractions, I have already shown some instance. There is a continued fraction method which is available from Aryabhata's book onwards, which is one of the oldest books among the set of books that I have listed. The rule of 3, the 0, the binary number system, magic squares, and the list can go on. All these which we are thinking are important parts of modern mathematics, all of them are available in these old Sanskrit books. This is the last slide. Circumradius formula, Newton-Gauss interpolation formula, rational approximation for the number pi, sum of a geometric series, Fibonacci sequence, sum of squares of terms in an arithmetic progression, area of a trapezium, and so on. Area of a trapezium comes in very old books, and so on. All these are known in Sanskrit books. Next. This is the last. Once again I am taking this opportunity to say something about what I have done. In a very popular magazine called Asia Pacific Mathematics Letters, a year ago I have published an article, very short article, Irrationals in Ancient India. I conclude with one short verse giving me thanks. Bharate Ganitam Shastram Bhatisma Bahu Vardhitam Bhaskaradibihi Iti Uktva Bhashanam Viramami Aham. Thank you for listening patiently.
We are coming to the close of the 4-day workshop. It is my pleasant duty, sir, to thank you for having so urgently coming here, and you are going back by 9 o'clock plane, I believe. Such a tedious job. But we thank you for having made it possible to come here. And as you have noticed, you would have noticed, he has covered all that we learned for the 4 days in his one lecture. And he has given you actually the points that you can go and tell your friends that you learnt everything here. In an easy way, in a very short way, he has put them all in a nutshell for you. And it has been quite interesting even for you and for me also to realize that we have learnt all these things in these 4 days. The students were happy with the classes, and they told us that the process had been good. The exercise can be done again so that other students also will benefit. More than anything, they liked Professor Nambudiri's method of using the shori and showing them how Sankalana, Vyavakalana, Gunana and Harana were being done, and how it was being done for larger numbers also. So they liked it very much, and they could understand the Indian brain behind it, how easily the Indians could do it. So they were very happy about it. And we had a feedback that most of them were very happy. Some wanted us to give them a prior handbook or something like that, so that they will be familiar with the terms like Gunana or Harana. They should get used to it, because many of them were not knowing anything about Sanskrit, so they wanted that. So we will try to do something about all these things. We would see whether we could do it much more. Would you like us to do it much more simpler? No? Much more harder. So we'll go to the next step. But we will prepare it beforehand, because we didn't know what we were in for this time. Because this is the first time we are doing. So we didn't know what the reception would be, how the students will react, how the professors will react, and how we ourselves would do the job. So we have done it. We know what now from our experience, what we should do the next time. The next time may not be as easily in the near future. It will take some time, but definitely we will do it. And anybody who wants to know anything further can approach us. Whatever is known to us, we will share it with you. And if it is not known to us, we will advise you to contact people like Professor here, and then you can carry on with them, whatever your desire may be. Now, as a mark of our respect to the fine valedictory address delivered by Professor Kannan, I request our principal to hand over some books and fruits to him. Starting with the new year, we are offering to Professor Kannan a diary, Valmiki Ramayana diary, which is yearless. I think you will relish it. Right. The other 2 books, of course, I don't know whether you have Bija Pallavam. I think you have it.
This book I am having Sanskrit and Science.
Science, okay. Bija Pallavam is the result of Sita Sundaraman's thesis. Yes, you wanted to distribute it?
I said.
Where? We will distribute.
10 copies that I am giving to you.
Okay.
You will select.
Okay. There are only 10 copies. College students of one group will collect one from me, so that you can share it with others. Okay? Now I'll have to do the duty of thanking the donors, the endowment makers who have made it possible for us to have all the 4 lectures in one series. I thank every one of them, and also the donors like Apollo Hospitals, Rangaswamy Trust, who have made donations to us to make this workshop run well, and then to Professor M.S. Rangachari, whom we consider as our Bhishma Pitamaha, who rather pushed us to do this workshop, and to Dr. S.S. Srinivasavardhan, who immediately accepted. Such a great man who had acquired Nobel Prize. With no hesitation, he accepted and he came here and he shared his thought with us. And also to other 4 professors who gave special lectures here, and to Professor Nambudri, who made it very lively for us. Every one of us liked these classes. You missed it. You should have come. You would have known what it is. You missed it. And those who want to continue that. For instance, children liked it very much. Few children were there. They liked it very much. You may contact Professor Nambudri if you want further classes. Okay. Sir, would you be willing to teach the children? Yes, he is willing. So he is game for anything. So you can have classes with him. I thank everyone who have made it this, who have participated in this, and the professors who made the students come here, and the professors who joined us in this congregation, and the principals and officials, authorities of the colleges, and everybody who joined here, who listened here, all the students who patiently listened and took something back home. I think you would have benefited by this. And my special thanks once again goes to Dr. Kannan for having made it possible to come here with all the difficulties. I thank you, sir. I thank everybody. Thank you all. Taxi, cool.